Hello.
Hey.
Arelys, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I didn't fuck up your name, did I?
No, there's different ways of saying my name. I kind of give up. I don't even know how to say it either.
How do you say it?
Arelys.
Arelys.
Yeah, you gotta roll those R's, and a lot of people struggle, so.
Arelys.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta have like 10 R's in there.
Fuck yeah, man. What the fuck is going on? We just got done blasting Psychedelic Insanity, and that is some fucking insane shit, man.
Thanks. It sure is.
Hell yeah. So tell us, what the fuck is going on in the world of Matianak?
Well, we got 2 shows coming up back-to-back in March, so we're rehearsing. We're playing March 25th in Madison. We're co-headlining with Vermilion. They're local from Madison. It's first time playing with them, and pretty much it's honorable to co-headline with them. We'll be playing 10 of our songs from both albums. And then the next day will be Chicago at Reggie's with Casket Robbery.
Hell yeah.
And The Illusion of Fate.
Oh, man, that's going to be fucking badass.
Yeah, it's first time doing back-to-back shows, so I might be very crabby, the Chicago show.
Well, so tell us a little bit about, like, your history. Like, I mean, like, how did you get into this fucking music, and how did this whole how did the band get started and everything?
Since I was little, I've always wanted to form my band, and I was like 13, 14 years old. I mean, in their teenage years, it's all about like, yeah, let's just form a band and, just jam out and play wherever, yards, garages, because that's the only places that we were allowed to do the age stuff. So I was in and out of bands, but I wanted to create something kind of creepy, weird. Wasn't really sure what to do. So I kind of just started recruiting people, and I was into metal since I was a kid because of my aunt. So I basically grew up with all sorts of metal, and I just got drawn more to black metal. It just sounded more evil, and it scares people, so I like to scare people. I'm a big fan of horror and video games and stuff like that. I like fantasy and creatures, so that's always been fascinating to me since I was a kid. And I just wanted to create my own character, and pretty much everyone else in the band is a character too. And I do like taxidermy for some reason. I like animal bones or anything to do with bone art, and I wasn't really thinking of how to have the band look or how to have myself look. I just started grabbing random old clothes, and I have some bones here. Let's use glue and stick and put this here and there, and created weird outfits and crowns and props and stuff like that. So that's basically where it started. It was a young age, and I successfully formed a band 2014. It's been like in and out of different people. Bands goes, things don't work out, you get new people, but I had my vision come to life. It was basically just kind of a trial. Let's see how people like it or not, kind of thing.
Hell yeah! Well, I think people like it.
It was cool. I mean, if they don't like it, then I have to push it more. I have to creep somebody out, otherwise I didn't do a good job.
I know I do. I fucking the costumes that you wear, the fucking imagery that you're putting on in the pictures and in the videos and stuff. It's fucking awesome. Like the whole stage thing that you guys got going on, it really looks cool, man.
Thanks. We actually change it here and there all the time. I change my outfits here and there. The guys too. We just change and be different kind of characters. So a work in progress. There's always going to be some sort of change. I don't like to be the same every time. It's kind of like unexpected of what am I doing this time, or what am I wearing now, or what prop is she bringing now. But that was my whole vision. Just kind of basically give everyone a show from like visually and emotionally, and kind of have this like weird vibe, tense feeling, eerie feeling, hypnotic feeling of overall the show. Just kind of listening visually, and we're all kind of performing, doing something on stage that's kind of, I guess, really memorable. That's what some of our fans have said. They remember us just because of what we do out there.
Now, I know some of the stuff that you have on stage, my good friend Chris Pisano fucking helped you out with. Can you tell us about that? Like, how did you get hooked up with him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with a lot of musicians. I actually don't remember how we ended up being friends, but yeah, I was like, it might have been at a show or just like casually online or something like that. And then I saw that he posted a lot of taxidermy art. He was friends from people I know, musicians that I know. But I officially met him when he was in Warwick before, so that's when I first encountered him. And I was in love with all this taxidermy art and stuff. He actually made stuff for, like, Watain as well. He was selling his mic stand, the very first one, and I got it from him, and I started adding more stuff. All the bottom stuff and the skulls and stuff, that's all me, so it's kind of like both of us combined. And second mic stand was for his old band that he retired, so I bought that. He immediately thought of me and asked me first if I wanted, and I'm like, fuck yeah. So I got that one too. So now I have two mic stands. I did brought both of them at the Milwaukee show. It was very convenient because I am partially blind wearing those contacts. I can't see. Luckily, it was a big enough stage that, and then there was actually two gaps where I put both mic stands so I can't fall off the stage. So I just touched the mic stands left and right. It worked for me. I had to study up there the stage before everyone else come. I'm like, all right, I gotta just move here and not too much forward. I study every stage, otherwise I'll fall off.
That's cool as fuck. Hell yeah. And you mentioned Watain too. You know what? I'm a huge fucking Watain fan as well, man.
Me too. They were one of my main influence when I saw them live in 2008. That was the first time I ever saw the band live. I was like, holy shit, is this even legal to do? And I fell in love with their stage stuff. I'm a really big sucker of, you know, the stage props and outfits, and I'm looking left and right, up and down. There's just so much to see. It's like seeing a movie in a way, but live. I fell in love with it, and he changes every show, the imagery and all of that. It's like, man, this is stuff I really like. So I wanted to create something similar, nothing like them, but something like my own way, some sort of tribey, witchy, cult, evil kind of thing up there.
Yeah, for sure. 2008. You know what? I think that's when I saw them as well. It was the Lawless Darkness tour, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, I was finally old enough to freaking see shows.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They fucking. Oh my God! Like, we saw them in this small little club in Phoenix, Arizona, and they came in, and as soon as they started walking up on the stage, putting the fucking props and stuff up there, you could smell it, the fucking smell of the fucking dead stuff that they were putting there. I was like, holy shit, they're really doing it, you know. And then they put these fans that were like blowing the fucking smell out into the fucking crowd, and it just filled the place up. But then they would burn incense also, so it was like you would get two different waves of like the smell of decomposition, and then you would get the smell of incense, and it was a really weird it's just a really weird experience, like seeing that. But then the music starts, and like it just takes a hold of you, man.
Yeah, it's like a transformation, like you're in a brand new world. You just went through a portal, and they're basically just casting spells at you. I am, like, hypnotized every time I see them on stage. I was finally old enough to freaking see shows and see bands. At that time, I was, like, 19, 18, or whatever. Where my parents were extra, where my mother was super strict about me going to shows. So then I was like, hey, I'm at this age, Zach, just do what I want at the moment. But I was up front. I was the person that was always super early up front for them. I had blood all over my face. I did not know they do that. So that was the first time I had blood thrown right in my fucking mouth. I'm like, oh, what the hell was that? It's not pleasant, but that was awesome. I'm like, yeah, I'm covered in whatever the hell he threw at me.
I actually had Eric on the show last year, and he's a fucking cool fucking dude, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. I haven't had a chance to, like, talk to him or confront him or anything like that. I'm just very, very awkward. You get a few drinks at me, then I'm like a social butterfly, completely different story. I'm like, man, I don't, what am I gonna say? Hey, man, your band's cool.
You know, they're actually very approachable, and they're really cool, down to earth people. To be honest with you, I was shocked like a couple years ago when they released. They had like a special cassette tape that they released that was like a rehearsal tape, and it just had some covers and stuff on it, and it sold out really quick, and I was pissed off because I couldn't get a copy of it because it was already sold out. So I actually emailed the band, and I was like, hey man, you know, like, I'm a huge fan, love you guys, I'd really love to play this shit on the fucking show, but like, it's sold out, you know, I can't buy a copy of it. The only place I can find is on Discogs. Some dude selling the fucking tape for like $600. Like, that's fucked up. And,
oh my goodness.
And they were like, hey man, you know, like they were cool about it. They sent me some MP3s and let me play it on the show, and I was like, that's so fucking cool. And
that's awesome. Yeah, and I just never feel like, I don't like bothering people in shows. So I was like, next time, one day, I will definitely talk to them and counter them. But it's just like, they get so many people right after them, and, you know, they just finished playing a show. So I'm like, I don't want to be just one of those. If I casually see them around and they're not being, like, approached by hundreds of people, then yeah. But you know I get overwhelmed. I get stopped every time when I do shows. It feels like Sesame Street. Everybody wants to freaking take pictures with me, and you know, I don't mind at all. But I'm like, I get 2 inches of space every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. Like, I don't usually. A lot of times I won't go up to somebody if I think that it's gonna fucking like probably bother them or something, because I'm like worried that, you know, that might ruin my my vision of them. You know what I mean? Like, I remember growing up in Phoenix, I bumped into Max Kevler. I don't know how many fucking times. Like, I saw him in Blockbuster Video one time, renting fucking video games and shit. And, like, I saw him over there, and I'm like, fuck, that's fucking Max. And I wanted to go say something, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, I better just leave him alone. You know, like, he's doing his thing. I don't want to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to ruin the whatever it is.
Yeah, like, don't ever meet your heroes type of thing.
Right?
Like, it's not what you're expecting when you see them in person. It's just like, you never know.
Well, as far as you guys' music, like, as far as the black metal aspect of it, like, what were some of the bands that really got you into black metal when you were starting out?
It was Emperor, where I grew up with my aunt. She had like Emperor tapes, Mayhem, Dark Throne tapes. She used to collect a lot of tapes back in the day. And I was like, oh, what is this? I put it on. I'm like, oh, I like this, whatever this is. So I was always into like really weird, dark art type of stuff since I was young. I was into creatures and monsters as a little girl. My aunt always brought me like Spawn toys and action figures, so I was really into all of that. So it just kind of grew up with me, and then I found a music that kind of matched everything I already liked, which and I didn't know that existed. I was like in middle school or elementary school. So I was very young when I was introduced to pretty much metal and then black metal kind of in the same time. But Mayhem, Dark Throne, Emperor were the main ones that kind of were standing out. And from there, it's just kind of branched out to everything else. Started searching other bands, and I'm like, man, I'm so in love with this genre. So, but yeah, Emperor is one of my favorites. Attain came later on. They were from like late 90s since they started. Very, very raw, old school black metal, and then they changed to more like a melodic, eerie, thrashy kind of black metal now, which is awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, fuck, man. Speaking of that, do you remember MySpace? I don't know if...
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I found Watain, actually, was on MySpace, because I don't know, I saw them on somebody else's fucking thing where it was like something that they followed or were friends with, and I checked them out because I liked the logo, and then that song Sworn to the Dark came on instantly playing as soon as you went to the page, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I discovered them, when I was 14 or 15, back in the day. I used to search just random black metal bands, so it was kind of like Old Man's Child, Nat Frost, Miss You There, bands like that. Started just branching out to even more bands. But I was a big, giant black metal head pretty much throughout all my years. I couldn't find anyone that was into it. They were either into rap or emo music. Right. Not really much metal.
Oh, yeah. Well, as far as Matianak is concerned, can you tell us, what are some of your lyrical themes and stuff that you have on your records?
So all the songs are based on real stories, real events, either from documentaries, from a serial killer, or explaining how the mentally insane people or their minds work, or my personal experiences. Basically, I'm telling their story. I'm telling my story in some of the songs, and I basically look for the most twisted, disturbing, eerie stuff out there. So they're all true stories. Everything I'm singing about.
Hell yeah. I was listening to the latest album the other day, and I was just fucking I don't know. Your vocals are bad fucking ass though. Like the fucking laughter things that you do in some of those songs. Yeah,
that's my signature.
I love that shit, man. Yes, that is fucking evil as fuck sounding. It's so badass.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's all me. All the vocals are me. All naturally. There's nothing in there that's been updated and made it sound that way. So a lot of people were like, what do you do to your voice? Or do they edit it? I'm like, no. I could sing it in front of you if you want, but that's all me. I started singing that way since the age of 14, so I've been singing like that for a very long time, and started kind of playing with different variation of my voice or what I can do, and I started pushing even more. The newest thing that I've discovered that I can do is these banshee screeches that I do in some of the songs, not all of them. And yeah, the laughter stuff are in some songs. It's kind of like my signature thing, like the little Wicked Witch laugh.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that shit, man.
Trying to express the insanity of what's going on in some of these songs, just to kind of capture the audience and make them feel the person I am basically expressing about the lyrical content.
Hell yeah. Well, what is there a new album at some point coming out? Because I know this last album is a couple years old now.
2020, yeah, almost 3 years, but it's like 2 years and a month.
So do you guys have some new stuff coming, or what?
We have about 14 new songs. We haven't really saw quite a few to kind of nail it down yet, but they're there. They're written already. Gotta add lyrics and vocals and hopefully get that release out. We might release maybe a single or two just to kind of tease you guys. I did a little tiny promo video of a little bit of how it's gonna sound like. This album's gonna sound very thrashy-ish kind of style instead of like all the other styles that were like a mix of blackened and deaf and melodic and kind of all over the place. So those new songs are definitely very thrashy and raw sounding this time.
Hell yeah. Well, I got to give a big shout out to my sister Natalie Quirk for fucking turning me on to you guys, because she brought you guys to my attention. And
yeah, man, she's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. How did you get hooked up with her?
I think I saw a post or someone tagged me on like, looking for bands to like promote and do PR stuff, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna contact her because I've been doing everything all on my own. So I was like, well, let's see what's up with this stuff, and maybe we can get a little more push out there, because this is getting very, very hard. I'm just doing everything on my own.
Hell yeah. Well, it's been cool fucking working with you guys with MDPR, and it's been cool seeing you guys in magazines and stuff. I know recently fucking we got the Decibel fucking thing, man. That was
that's awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah, man. Well,
yeah, I got that magazine framed on my home, the one that ended up in the cover with Satiricon, the Metalized magazine.
Yes, Metalized too, man. Those guys are fucking awesome as well, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're sweethearts. They were a big fan of me, and they said that I'm so professional at everything that I do and provide. I'm like, thanks, I try my best. It's been a really long, hard road, since 2014 is me trying to run and push this band forward.
Oh yeah, it's funny, man. Like fucking so many people fucking message me and email me and stuff about magazines, and they're like, what the fuck? People still read fucking magazines? I'm like, hell yeah, of course they do, man. Like, what the fuck? Millions of people do. It's fucking all over the world, man. Like that's one of the cool things that well, there's so many cool things, but like that's one of the cool things about the heavy metal community and like the diehard, like the fucking lifers, like, stuff like that. It never dies, man. Like it's always going to be there, and it just keeps on going. Like, people love to support, and they like to read about stuff.
Yeah, apparently they like cassettes and vinyl. We've been asked about that too. I'll be like, well, in due time.
Oh,
that's a big thing for a lot of people. Like, they've been asking, we're gonna be on a vinyl, or we're gonna be in a cassette. I'm all like, well, we will eventually.
Yes.
Not sure when, but we're gonna be in the works. So they'll finally release vinyl and cassettes for everyone else that was requesting them.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you guys fucking put out a record or a cassette tape, I will buy that shit. I'm gonna
awesome.
Take my fucking money, man. Like, is this happening?
Take my money. Here's my whole wallet.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. That's really awesome of you. You've been doing awesome and helping us out and pushing the band. It has helped a lot. I've had like emails left and right all over the place. So I appreciate that a lot.
Fuck yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you do in your spare time. I know you've got a fucking dog sitting fucking thing. You do karaoke and stuff. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
karaoke.
Yeah,
well, I work for myself. I work from home. I take care of other people's dogs. So I have a doggy daycare here / doggy overnight stays too for owners. If they're working out of town or emergencies, as long as they're cool with other dogs and people. I have my dog here. She also doggy sits other dogs, and she loves working with me. And I'm home all the time, so it's pretty awesome. So just started doing that full time, and that's all I do is take care of doggies and then band stuff, band mom stuff, I guess, doggy mom stuff. I was just nerding out at Skyrim right now on my PS5, so I love video games. So in my downtime, I just play games, hang out with my dogs, kind of enjoying nature. Right now it's been rainy and crappy and cold and rainy and then snowy over here in Chicago. I'm in Lake Villa, so I'm farther north from the city, so I'm like 15 minutes away from like Wisconsin, so I'm a little bit up north, so it gets a little colder up here, but it's full of nature out here. So just chilling, play video games.
You guys
Not really much I do.
You guys get the real fucking winter shit up there, man. Like, we, down here in Tennessee, our winter is like 1 week, and that's it.
Yeah, winter's like a whole year here. It feels like we have 1 week of summer, and then that's it. Here's snow.
Yeah, it's complete.
It's so crappy. Yeah, during the week of Christmas, it was down to -33 over here. It was freaking ridiculous. Like, that was disrespectful weather, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, normally it's always hot down here, except it was funny last year at our festival. It was sunny and warm during the day, but then as soon as the night hit and as soon as the sun went down, it just fucking dropped into sub-zero. It was freezing fucking cold, and everybody was like, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell happened, man, but like it was weird. It was really weird.
Yeah, especially if you guys are not used to it. Over here, you have to make sure you bring your shorts, your jacket, your sweater, like, for every day, because you don't know when the temperature is going to drop. It's very bipolar. We could have, like, 90 degrees one day, and then out of nowhere, it'll drop to 0. It's, like, very unpredictable here.
That's crazy. It seems like that's becoming a normal thing everywhere, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, global warming, the weather's being all funky.
Fucking A. All right, well, I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
Listen to us, follow us, and hopefully you catch one of our shows. We kind of just pop randomly here and there, so hopefully you guys enjoy what we do up there. Plan to do more creepy stuff along the road and just keep pushing the band to be even more weirder.
Where's the best place for fans to go buy some merch and support the band and stuff like that?
Directly to me or the band page on Facebook, Matiana Official. On Instagram is Matiana_vocalist, so it's just me directly. Or just my personal page. I mean, it's just me running all of these pages, so directly to me, I'll show you what I have. I mean, I posted on the band page on what we have on for our band stuff. We have a bunch of new shirts. We have hoodies now and a bunch of, like, cute little props. I don't call it cute, but it's basically like skulls and stuff like that. I could customize some sort of taxidermy art too, so, you know, I'm an artist. I kind of just do all of that too, so it's just kind of just contact me. We can work from there.
That is super awesome. Super fucking awesome. All right. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
A tag?
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, this is Matianak, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is Arelys from Matianak, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah. Can I ask you, can you do it in, like, fucking black metal voice?
I can do it. Usually I fuck this up all the time. I was like, hold on, I gotta do take 10. Alright, hold on. Okay, you ready?
Go for it.
This is Matianak, and you're listening to Metal Devastation
yeah. That is fucking badass. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's been 2 weeks of me sick, so this is the first time I'm singing again. I got a jam tomorrow. But I'm glad that came out good.
That sounded great, man. We're gonna record. We recorded the whole thing, but yeah, I'm gonna edit that and put that on the fucking thing. Well, fuck yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Really appreciate it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to blast some more Matianak for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Yeah, they better go crazy, man.
All right. We'll talk to you later, all right?
All right, thanks, man. Take it easy.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
There you have it, folks. Matianak live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows. Put them in your front lawns. Put them in your neighbor's driveway. Do whatever you got to do. Make sure you crank it up fucking loud as a fuck and see U-Haul trucks every fucking where, because that's how you know you done it right on the Zach Moon fucking Shine Show, man. Crank it up.